morning. It is weeks later, honestly. I have just so much Paris footage that it is overwhelming, so I haven't really filmed much because I'm too busy editing all that, really. I did film my first weekend back, which is what you have just seen, and that was so nice. We were so blessed with the weather. Got a wee swim in, saw my friends, saw my family. It was like a belated birthday weekend, I suppose, because I'd been away on my birthday. But anyway, it's a couple weeks later. The good weather has returned. Today is Friday. Just making my smoothie as usual. This weekend, Callum and I are finally gonna go camping. We haven't gone since 2022. No, 2023. We went to the Isle of Mull. I actually made a video on that. And that was incredible. We were so lucky with the weather. Less lucky with the midgies, but if you have sun, you're probably gonna have the midgies. But anyway, we've been wanting to do it for like a few years, but it's just really hard to find a weekend that's nice weather and that we're free. But this weekend, both of those things are happening, and I'm definitely filming it. I'm not actually sure the location of where we're gonna go, but basically we're going into the Cairngorms, and we're gonna do 2 munros, I think. One on Saturday, one on Sunday, and then camp on the Saturday night, somewhere nice, somewhere near a river. I wanna get swimming, because it's gonna be 26 degrees, which is gonna be amazing. So I thought I would pick up the camera and film that weekend. I used to associate camping with like the worst thing ever, because my summer holidays growing up were basically going camping with my family for a week or even 2 weeks sometimes, and most of the time it wasn't good weather. And one of the weeks we did, it was like a sailing week, so I had to sail, and I hated sailing. It was one of those things I did because I know my dad loves sailing, and both of my siblings bowed out of the sailing sport quite early on. So I felt like I kind of had to stay and do it, which meant I was then entered into races. And I actually remember one time on this trip that we did, that was a sailing weekend and I was meant to sail. I was like with my boat next to me, the sea in front of me, everyone around me, and I just burst into tears. I was like, I just don't want to do it. Oh, I was maybe like 12, 14 or something at this point. So yeah, I kind of had negative association with camping. And also like one time it was so windy that the tent blew upside down when we were trying to take it down, and it usually rains. The thought of doing a munro that is pouring with rain, and it's not like you're coming down into a nice warm house with a cup of tea, you're coming into a tent with like a damp sleeping bag because the ground is wet. Do you know what I mean? It's not really a relaxing holiday. The first time I went camping with Callum though, I was like, oh, this could be fun. You can choose not to camp if it's raining and just camp when it's sunny. You can just go for one night. Way better. So yeah, I've started to really enjoy it again, and I can't believe that I'm the one that pushed for this adventure weekend, because that was not me as a child, but here we are. So today, after work, we're gonna go to the shop, buy all our food, get all the good snacks, stuff for like picnics, dinner, things like that, which will be nice. Good morning, today's the day. We are all packed and ready to go on the weekend adventure. I just had a shower because there's not gonna be any showers while camping. We're having breakfast, making a wee packed lunch, and then we're gonna do 1 munro, come back down, find a camp spot, stay overnight, and then the next morning do another munro, and then find a cafe to have lunch in, and then go for a barbecue with some friends. So it sounds like a really good weekend. I literally put the radio on and was like, oh, let's put the radio on because we're on our holidays. We're not on our holidays, it's just the weekend. But it's so nice to be able to make the weekend feel like a holiday. It's not looking very sunny at the moment. I think the clouds are gonna lift and the sunshine will come. I'm excited. But anyway, I need to eat some food first. 2. It's like 7:30 in the morning. It's already roasting, covered in midges, but the wind is picking up. And we're gonna kick some breakfast.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good morning. It is a couple of days later since we've come back from our little weekend adventure, and that was so much fun. What a wonderful weekend. I really had to push Callum to go camping with me because it is kind of a faff to organise. I have to like go and pick up the tent and everything, so we don't have it here, but so worth it. Honestly, on the verge of too hot, but yeah. So I had my little Friday afternoon by the sea, which was really nice. I'm actually going to go and do that again today, I think, because it's a very sunny day and I don't think it's going to last. And then Friday night we actually made some mojitos, which was fun because we had all the ingredients and a bunch of mint that was going to go off, and don't really know what else to do with mint apart from make mojitos, and I wasn't going to complain about that. But yeah, we got all the best snacks at Sainsbury's, did a very expensive food shop, picked up the tent and the camping gear, and then on Saturday we headed off on the adventure. And over the course of that weekend I swam 4 times. Which I absolutely love. Best part of summer, I think, is swimming in the sea. Or in the loch and reservoir, actually, is what we were doing. When we got to the first munro, which we didn't get to till 3 PM, we parked the car in the car park, and there's actually quite good wild camping spots just behind the cars and around that area. Then we did the munro. I'll write on the screen the one we did because I can't pronounce it or remember it. They're all very Scottish. It was only 8k. 8.8k or 8.5k, I can't remember, but overall it took us 2.5 hours up and down, which was like very fast for a munro. And when we got to the bottom, it was absolutely roasting at 3 PM as well, and we got to the bottom, we went straight in to swim and cool down, because also we don't have a shower because we're wild camping, so we kind of have to do that. Oh, and we had our little pasta salad dinner on the beach, which was cute. And then eventually we set up camp on a relatively flat piece of ground, which was very picturesque and scenic, still absolutely roasting. We actually didn't even put the tent up until 9 PM just because it was so hot, and if we put the tent up it's just going to get hotter and hotter inside. So we did that. The midges did come. Callum gets bitten very badly by midges. I'm actually okay. I do like get bitten, but not that much, and my bites don't like flare up that much. Like you can kind of see, maybe I've got a little red dot there. I've maybe got like 20, which, by the way, midgie is like a tiny Scottish mosquito. Not harmful, just itchy when they bite you. And 20 bites is actually very good over the course of a weekend because they swarm and you can't escape them. And they only come out when there's no wind, and there is no wind. So yeah, that's the only bad thing about having good weather, is the mosquitoes also like the weather too. But it was fine. Woke up, had our porridge, coffee, went up the next munro, which was on the other side of the car park. Again, 8k, 2.5 hours. That one was steeper up. The steep up was quite hard with the heat, but then once you got up, it was like kind of undulating and really nice to go along to the top. And yeah, again, came down, had a swim, and then we stopped at we went to this cafe, which is kind of like the only one near that cluster of munros, I think. It's like you wouldn't go to this cafe if you weren't already like doing the munros or hiking or cycling or something, because it is quite out of the way. But it's called Glen Lyon Cafe, and it is so good. We've been before, and the food is really good, the service is really good, the view is amazing, and it was the best final stop. And then we decided to go to Callum's parents and we had a barbecue. before we headed home, which was really nice. So 10 out of 10 weekend. Love a sunny weekend, and I don't know if we're gonna get another full sunny weekend when we're both here, so I'm glad we got the camping in because that was part of my summer bucket list. And I don't think did I share my summer bucket list? I might have talked about it in the Paris videos, but I have made the bucket list. Honestly, by the time this video goes up, it's gonna be at the end of summer, I feel like. But anyway, I just thought I would round off the weekend video because I'm pretty sure it came to an abrupt stop and I didn't really end it. So yeah, it was a very good weekend. Would recommend while camping in Scotland. It is hit or miss with the weather, so if you can make your decision the night before, even better. Today is now Tuesday, and yeah, gonna go for a swim this afternoon. It'll be great. I'm really enjoying the book I'm reading, but I think I'll talk about that some other time. I hope you have a wonderful week, a wonderful day, a wonderful night, whatever, and yeah, I will see you next week.